Hi, everybody. This is Allison from AllyKat Creations, where stray bullets or intended bullets are trying to kill me. Hi. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel because I don't know how much time I have left on this earthly realm. Um, we're gonna get into it, but please like, share, and subscribe. And if you get anything from my work, a Connect the Dot, an Epiphany, a Mind Explosion, a new book to read, a new author to explore, artwork to create, please consider supporting my work. All the links will be at the bottom of the description of this channel. 3D memberships is a really great way to contribute to this channel, and you get free oracle card readings for channel members only. And when I do raffles, you guys get free giveaways. AllyKatCreations211.com is my portfolio where you could see paintings like this, signs. I got to finish this even though the person doesn't want it anymore. Babies, hyper realistic portraits, candles, and all the like. Go check out my portfolio. And if you're interested in anything, please email me and I will be more than happy to get back to you and do business because I do everything privately. Hi, everybody. I have to decompress, so I do apologize. Might not be much crafting today. Um, Hi, Scott. Hi, Charlene. Hi, Ashmaya. Hi, Sparky. Hi, Arnie. I don't know if anybody saw, literally on my beanbag, sitting down. I had to go to another school for a meeting today. Not the normal one, but one a little further out. So I got home a bit later. I get in the house, I check little Thor to see if he ate. He did. And I'm coming back, put everything in the sink to get washed. Go sit on my beanbag to have a water and to just get everything settled for coming on tonight. And out of nowhere, I hear this big pop. It felt like glass shattered, ducked and covered, and reached for mine and literally went into my hallway going, what the hell is happening? And I gave it at least 10 minutes, got up, went to the back window, and there is a 9mm slug. And I didn't even, I went outside with the gun, with my axe, like, who the fuck is shooting at me? Because I thought it came from the back of my house. You know, people do have stray bullets and things happen when you shoot guns and you don't know where I don't know. Was this intended? I don't know. It's a little fishy though. A little fishy. Little fishy. Hi, B lady. So after talking to Mr. Pace, I calmed myself down to actually speak and waiting and anticipating for other, any more bullets or any more fun coming through windows. And no, thankfully, everything is okay. But I called the cops. Cops come and they walked around the house and they go, "Oh, look, it came through your kitchen window." Huh? So apparently there was a shooting all the way so here's where my street would be. Way up the block. Way up the block. And somehow it went through a bunch of trees and a bunch of people's cars. it hit the bottom of my kitchen window and then it ricocheted. I don't know how. I don't know from what, because we are looking for damage everywhere. It hit up into my storm door. It whizzed through my house, hit the storm door where I open it to feed little door, and it like shattered my little skeletons I have hanging up there, shattered them. So it looks really fishy. Really fishy. Really, really fishy. I'm blessed. I it's a 9-9 portal, by the way. Shit hit the fan in every direction in my life. We're gonna go into that. Um, yeah. Allison has a lot to dispel around here. Um, Auntie Amy's here. She's chatting. Um, yeah, so this is what I come home to is gunshot. Didn't even hear it go through the front. And now I have to figure out where to go get a new window. Great. Thankfully, it's a little one. It's not the big panel one. Thank God. Um, I let's go look at pictures. Let me see what I have. Let's see. I just wow. I wanted to come on earlier, but I needed to like have the cops go thoroughly through everything. And when that did happen, I was like, all right. Yeah, so for those of you who are not on my Facebook, let's go look at some pictures here. I had to put this here, but this is the front of my house. So this is where my driveway is, and the bullet enters from the low point. Wrong side. Where's the other ones? So it came through the bottom of my window, somehow missed my crafting and my kitchen table, and it hit up here. It went like that. It had to go up like that. Okay, to hit the top of the storm door. And the bullet ejected from here. So it hit into the wall, and here's where the bullet came out. And there's the bullet. Fragment of it. Yeah, I gotta go look. Right now it's taped with duct tape because there's no me driving either. I'm too in shock. I mean, I'm fine. It's just, anxiety at a real deal fear anxiety, right? Like, do you want to go outside right now and potentially get hit by a bullet? Who knows? But that was the today's effing amazement and fun. Um, so they gave the cop, the lady, she was a sweetheart, came in and investigated. There was some supposedly another like all the way up. So I honestly couldn't tell you. Well, we can because I'm gonna go Google it. Um, yeah, there's a plenty of people that would come after me, Auntie Amy. Hi, Ashmaya. Yeah, the cover. I have to figure out tomorrow where to go. I have to measure the glass and everything. I'm not worried about the glass. I'm just happy it's not the storm door because, again, I just started going back to work. I don't have money for this stuff. Like, I'm sure a glass window won't be that inexpensive to get, but it's still money, once again, that uh I even do it. And the cop is like, if you put it through homeowners insurance, it's not going to be good. You're going to spend more on the deductible than you will on a window. And I'm like, truth, but fuck. Okay, so I'm going to just use my phone. Okay, so I'm here. Now, okay, hang on. Hang on. Because, yeah, this doesn't make sense. This doesn't add up. This doesn't add up. This doesn't add up. Let's go to Google's. Google doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I don't want the app. I just want Google's Mappies. Google Mappies. Here we are. Okay. All right. And I could do it this way, so we are being safe with my location, just in case some mother effer wants to fuck around and find out. Because, there's so much to go into, guys. So much to go into. Besides my soul integrating itself, integrating. The demons and the angels are co-creating and playing with my higher self. They're doing this. They're happy. They're finally like stop pulling me apart, and now it's like unity. We're working together now. So the other night, I'm doing the Arancha book, and Mr. Pop Toy all the way up there, all the way up there, all the way up there. You can't even see him. All the way up there. That pop toy flew at my feet. Flew. It didn't just fall. It didn't go. It launched off the wall. Hi, Spirit. How are you? How you doing? How are you doing? So that was like sign number one. Um, go to a gong bath. Gong. Um, So there, I asked for a cleansing because I can't go into a space knowing that there's something maybe near my field. I didn't feel right. She cleansed me. The effing entity bit her. Bit. Ah, energetically bit her. She talks to angels. She does the Akashic thing. She's amazing. The fucking entity bit her, and tried to come to me, like try to get more into my field. It was on my outer field. So it was trying to get into me. It couldn't get into me, obviously, because I'm heavily protected, but it bit her. So someone's doing some satanic nonsense. And then, look, it's all of God and it's all a test. And I'm not feeding into that paradigm, but someone's projecting shit onto me. Fuck around and find out. Anyway, sorry. I'm animated for good reasons. So, okay. Hi. Here's Google Mappies. Make this make sense, guys who have a firearm. Guys who know, women who know trajectory. This little slither of where I am. So here is, so this is where the potential shooting took place. Here, Jackson Street. Now, this has to pass an entire block to get into my house, to get to the back of the house. And I don't even think this is accurate in the terms of how the house looks, or like, this is the street that this supposedly happened on. So how the hell did this pass that low? It was low. Everything to hit into my house. It doesn't make sense. The trajectory doesn't make sense. And then whatever ricocheted off into my house, to hit from the going from the lowest point of my window, my kitchen window, and then going through my house like that, it doesn't make sense because it shot through the window and it shot through the drapery. There was no angle to it. It shot this way and somehow it magically flew up. What? So yeah, this is the street that supposedly it happened on. And here all the way down. And this is a big street. This is not just a little block. This is a huge, it's on a map. It's blown up. This is a huge street. How? I'm not saying that it isn't impossible, because everything is possible, but that just doesn't make an add up to me, my brain. Nope. Hi, El Sunray. Hi, guys. I'm okay, but the damage to my house is the damage. So for those of you, I'm sure this is still sharing, let me know. So this little bugger, that's what came through my house. Sorry for the chunk. But this is the slug. It entered up here, up here, up here, up, up. This is where my hooks are. Up, up, down. Yep, yep, yep. And then the beautiful, this is I guess the scar of, my life right here. Yep, that is the lowest point of my kitchen window. The lowest point. So I am glad that little Thor did not come to eat. Glad, happy that he did not come to eat because he could have been shot. I'm glad that I was on my beanbag, and if this was intended targeting, I was nowhere to be seen in the house at that moment that it came through. Blessed. Thank you, angels. But holy what is after me after this couple of days? Hi. Hi. Yes, I'm glad that your hubby's doing okay, El Sunray. So thankful. I just read the chat. Um, and so I'm trying to figure out if it was an intended shooting or that it was a stray bullet that flew through my house. That literally was happening just as I was getting ready to come downstairs to come live. That's why it's been postponed. Um, was getting myself ready, you know, and what? I ducked and covered. Obviously, I didn't know where it was coming from. I have my whole house's windows, by the way. So I'm looking all over the place, like freaking out, shaking. It's just shock. I've been around gunshots. This is nothing new to me, but when it hits something in your house and you don't know where it's coming from, you don't know if it's spirit, you don't know if it's a gun, you don't know what's going on. I'm like sitting back going, okay, I'm gonna move my gun around the corner so I'm not in window shot of anything. So I did that. I went to my hallway. I kind of squeezed on the floor, duck and cover, and then put myself in between two walls where no windows are. and then proceeded to go, okay, let's give it a second. Let's see if there's any more. Because if I got up to investigate and there's more coming, I'm done for. And obviously, it was the one and done. But I just showed you the map. Make that make sense. I'm not saying that stray bullets don't fly through houses, but from that distance, that's a very far distance. And the angle that it came into my house, that doesn't add up either because where it hit isn't even where that street aligns. So the street actually happens right around here where I'm pointing, like literally where my hand is extended, is where the people are turning on and off that side street. Where it hit was my window to my kitchen where there's a house right in front of it. The bullet doesn't have an angle. You know, when something shoots through something, you could see if there's a, and how it hits, there's an angle to it. And it's not adding up. It does not add up. I don't care if they said there was a shooting and it's up the block. It could be, oh, go look over there and not over here, and someone shot up the house. So I don't know if this was intended. I don't know if this was just a real stray, a 1 in a million shot through my house. I'm just blessed I'm alive. Um, blessed I'm alive. But I'm really, really pretty upset and sad. I'm no longer with Marine. Yeah, we're there again. Um, but I texted him, nothing. I actually texted Viking. See if he had my back. Nada. Fuck around and find out. Karma's a bitch. I have so many gems. I actually have one of my pyramids up on the stand where it's shot through because I have like where my cricket is. And this is like a part of my kitchen. It's where the kitchen table is. I never sit at it. Thank God. But we can't even figure out where it penetrated through and how it came through the lowest part of a window and ricocheted up to hit the. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. But you think the men that were in my life, if they really cared about me, they would respond, even if it's just like, don't worry about it. Or, hey, I'm on my way. That's what a real man does. That's what a real man with real feelings, authentic feelings does. But no, not me. Yeah, I got salt. I have the whole thing. I have the whole thing. But that doesn't even, so here's the thing. As much as I am protected angelically, I'm also protected demonically. Demonic. Because demons are not what you think they are. Yes, there are polarized bad demons. Yes, yes. There is negative entities. Yes, yes, yes. I'm not disputing that. We're in 3D. I'm supposed to integrate these things. And many of you are as well. I don't know why a pop toy the other night flew off the shelf and literally hit right by the chair. I don't know why something snapped and bit a healer who is nothing of but light, bit her and tried to attack her. No idea. And then this happens on 9/9. So the full moon, blood moon, and all that crap. Okay, lots of energy, lots of energy, lots of changes. So abrupt changes. Okay, Marina's like, we're done. cool. Adios. I will put back my T-Mobile shit. You get your extender back and all the other stuff that you were trying to help me with. Um, Unfortunately, he likes to listen to everything outside of himself to determine what his heart says. He doesn't go into his heart. And I can't be aligned with somebody who can't make changes to when we have a conversation, won't make changes, just continuously can't handle it because he's listening to everybody else but his own self. So, yeah, Bob, really far away. So for Bob, because Bob knows firearms. Okay, Bob. So technically, you see, this is weird. This would be my property because I have the bigger house. So the shooting happened up here, supposedly. I'm not disputing that somebody didn't shoot something. Something happened. Men can suck it right now. Disappointed in them. So I have to be the masculine once again in my life because I have no choice. So here's this Jackson Street, right? So it whatever happened over here, the bullet had to go from here all the way down the block. And here's my house. Yeah, here's my house. It had to come all the way down, miss this house, because this is a big side property right here. Come in here. This is where my kitchen would be, where that little bubble guy is, right? And then end up back here. There's my house. Not that I wanted that to pop up. Okay, so perpetual shooting happened up here. So if someone's standing here, make the trajectory make sense because it hit here, lowest window to my kitchen, and then it ended up on the highest point. So it ricocheted off of other things. But let me explain how the hell did it happen from here and end up all the way here. And it's a clean, straight shot, as we could see in this photo. It's straight. There's no angling to that break in the glass. If it broke angle, it would the glass would have shattered it differently, spidered web differently. This is full frontal entry point. So how? Because there's another house across the street that blocks that. I don't know who I suspect, but yep. Yeah, the cops did come because after I was able to get my voice to come back after, obviously, obviously, I'm not afraid of bullets and guns because I shoot them. I'm not afraid of the noise, but what I suspected put me in shock because I didn't know if it was spirit because the pop was really loud. I didn't know where it was coming from. I'm looking for glass shattered all over the floor. I had to duck and cover and make sure that nothing else was coming into the house. Like I had to recoup myself and my heart rate was like, I had to calm down. And then I called the cops and they came and they're like, oh, we'll have the police report in a few days. You can come down and pick it up. Um, so the shot came from the bottom of my kitchen window straight from what I can perceive from the outside to the inside. What went through my blinds And somewhere between my blinds, my kitchen table, and all the crap that's in the way, ricocheted and did something, and I don't know what it hit because nothing. The lady went through everything. There's no holes through anything that I could see. It went, and then somehow it went all the way up like that. Someone's pointing a pew pew at a window and it goes straight through. You have to be at an angle to get it to it. Yes, bullets can ricochet off of things, but I don't know how it got through the entirety of my house to hit the top. Like, make that make sense. So it went through something and then it went up. I'm flabbergasted at that. Um, and it's disappointing to know that two people that I said, if anything were to ever happen to me, can I call you? Didn't answer. What real men are you? Fake. Hi, John. Hi, Frank. Hi, guys. Sorry. The day in the life of Allison. Potentially. Um, I'm Little Thor did come to eat today. He's fine. I'm glad he didn't come back for dinner because I was trying to get Little Thor. Little Thor has been hanging out down here, and when I see him, I'll go back up to feed him if I see him down here. And um I'm fucking happy he didn't show up. I'm so happy. No, because it happened from the front of the house, so someone either was I don't know. I thought it came from the back of the house. The way the bullet hit, but it came through my house. I am Thank God, thank my higher self, thank the angels, thank everybody up there for making sure that I wasn't in the path of that bullet. Because it definitely would have splattered some of my brains on the floor. Definitely. So he's thankfully Little Thor did not come today in the afternoon, which he's been doing. I'm glad he didn't show up, divine orchestration for whatever that is. Um oh, I hope he comes back, Ash Maya. But yeah, yeah. So let's go back, rewind, because I got some goodies to read. Is this one? No. Or did I not save it and put it on Facebook? Let's go to Facebook. Um, I'm trying not to do that, but yeah. Happy Tuesday! Happy Taco Tuesday! Happy Taco Tuesday! Happy Taco Tuesday! Hang on. Oh, there's a bunch of these Dark Chosen One videos is a must watch for some of you that I want to understand. Why demons and angels both target God's elite Dark Chosen Ones? I'm under attack. been under attack for the last couple of days. But energetically, a lot of what's going on is starting to make sense in my life. Why the abrupt end with Marine after we went back to trying it again, and this is not even that long. Um, it, it hasn't been that long, but it makes sense. It makes sense. Here, the 9-9 portal, let's read. On 9-9-25, we enter a once in a 9-year cosmic alignment, the ninth day of the ninth month in a 9 universal year. This rare triple nine portal opens a gateway of completion of karmic release. So if Marine was a karmic from a past life, release, goodbye. Um, Soul level healing. I'm not healing. I'm in anxiety zone right now. It's a powerful time for manifestation. Well, I didn't want to manifest that, but maybe the universe is trying to tell me something. Maybe. In numerology, 9 is a number of endings, forgiveness, and divine transformation. I'm in the void and I am transforming. But I'm saying this out loud because I want you to think about your own selves. Not that Allison almost got killed today, literally. But I want you to take this into what you're going through at home. It also invites us to shed outdated patterns. Marine was a pattern. Close sacred cycles and cleanse out energetic fields. This clearing creates fertile ground for manifesting your deepest desires. As the final number in the sequence, 9 prepares us for the rebirth of 2026. 1 universal year of fresh beginnings, new purpose, and higher alignment. I don't know what the universe is trying to tell me. I don't know if anybody could see the entity that I'm trying to dispel. If it's here, I don't want to give it a gender. If that negative thought form is in this vernacular, please let me know if you see it. I can't. That spirit hiding a test for me, but I will definitely light this sage on fire. Because there's up there, up above Elvira, there's a shelf with my big pop toy of Jack the Skeleton King, and that fucking thing flew. And it was letting the REM pod go bananas. And I bet you that sleeping little fucking dragon did shit. Sorry, dragon. I love you, but wake the fuck up. Wake up. Yeah, yeah. So energetically, we also had the eclipse, which I'm going to go and read some stuff from there. Um, this is more for today. Today. The 9-9 portal brings a powerful wave of release, clearing away old cycles and lifting energy that once felt heavy. Overnight, blocks will dissolve and space opens for new opportunities, healthier connections, and breakthroughs that move you forward with ease. Doors begin to unlock, time falls into place, and blessings gather around you, ready to arrive. While you rest, the universe is already aligning everything in your favor, preparing moments that bring love, clarity, and abundance. The 9-9 portal marks the close of the old and the beginning of a cycle filled with prosperity, growth, and the kind of shifts that bring change, everything in an instant. I know an angel was I'm surrounded. I have a legion of spirits. Everything has a purpose, serves a purpose, and has a reason for it. But when you're in it in the moment, you don't necessarily I'm just in survival mode, acting as if duck and cover, get into, safety. now that's why I'm live, because I want to unravel this with everybody. Like, what was the significance of that? What is this trying to tell me? I don't know yet. I don't have clarity on that, but why did that happen? Why? And then more further in that, why did the two people that said they would be there for me regardless not be there? Not even text back. That tells me bye, adios, cycles cleared, disentangled. My entanglement is over with them. Karmic done. I learned my lessons. Adios. You're not for me. You're not aligned with me. Bye. I'm going to light the sage anyway, Scott. You know me. But the other night, and I mean, also the night that I did the gong bath, I went there with the intentions of clearing what would just transpired over the weekend with Marine. I'm like pattern. There's a pattern that needed to be broken between me and his soul that needed to be distangled, and that was the last straw. I don't hate him. It is what it is. It's karmic. It's something that needed to go. And if it wants to come back, I don't hate him. I don't. Because I see beyond, I see where the problems are lying. If he can't see it, I can't force him to see things that he's not ready yet to hear or see or experience. I'm mature about that. I don't wish him harm. Um, I don't wish anybody harm, and I wish him all the luck and happiness that he wants and desires. And I hope that the Legion is nice to him, because the things that were projected at me were horrific. But that's okay, for they know not. And I don't need anybody really to understand me. I'm a very complex human being. I have many layers and many things that once it unravels, people can't handle. That's chill. I'm used to that. Yeah, I mean, at this point in stage of my life, I live in the moment. And I'm looking for why that took place today. What wake up call did I need? What needed to, or what will transpire in the next few days is going to be very interesting with the energy, with these things trying to attack me. What am I supposed to learn? What is the lesson I'm supposed to take away from this? Because it's definitely a lesson. I just, in the moment, I'm like, breathe. Listen, everybody gets frustrated. Everybody projects very hurtful things at people for the reasons that are, in the moment, and then they regret it. I wish him nothing the best, and if I was a vengeful person, he gave me an extender and a thumb drive to borrow, and um some other stuff. I'm gonna box it up and bring it to his house on Saturday, and I don't think he's gonna be home. Here's your stuff back. Thank you for allowing me to have it for a little bit, and toodles. You know, I, listen. He was a former Marine. If he wanted me gone, it would have happened already. And I don't think it's him. It could be tied to anybody. It could be demonic forces trying to get at me. I don't know. Demonic, not in the way that I'm projecting it as most people are taking it. Because what I've come to realize when I had the realization Hillel and Gabriel, because first Hillel was working with me. I've had other archangels work with me, embodied. They come out exterior to work interior, so they're in and out. They're having experience through this body, but they're fractals and they come in and out, they channel through me. And those are the only two entities I will ever give names to besides my parents. All the other things that are up there, I don't give names to because they're energy. You don't have a name in energy. You have a frequency. But for our human brains to make things make sense, I will use their names. So his energy has always been with me from my knowing. The other aspect, the angel light, right? So Hillel is the shadow, always has played that role in humanness, and Gabriel came in the light. And they have to merge in my body. Demon and angel. We're just naming them to name them. It's the shadow and the light having to co-create and coexist within me. So that's what I was trying to do at the gong bath. And then what I had to do was anchor my body, ground, even harder than I have ever grounded in my life. Let the tones hit me. Clear my torsion field, my toroidal field, my auric field, and my electromagnetic field, all in one. Then I had to call in everything. Then I had to vortex that asshole. If it's still bouncing around me, I don't know what to do, what else to do to get rid of it. Sage the house like a nut, salted, Palo Santo'd, holy watered, Florida watered. I don't have tar water. So that was the first negative attack on Saturday. But in my meditation state, I did see my smoky gray blackish dragon come into like a smoke, and the white dragon that I know, I've seen, I've written, came in and started doing their entangling dance and spiraling up together in unison. And it was one of the most insane. I was trying to get that depicted on the painting, but this happened anyway. I was trying to get the depiction, and it doesn't, there's no words to put into what I saw. It was amazing. And then the yin yang started happening, and the kumbaya flow started happening. So I had a lot go on in that meditation, in that gong bath. It was huge, huge moments. I actually got to see Ivy right after she was there, and she gave me a candle, and then I got home safely. And then Sunday, I'm doing the paint. And then Monday, here comes that pop toy jumping off the shelf. And then today, here comes the bullet trying to take my life. I'm under attack. But is this a lesson? Is this a teaching? And what am I supposed to integrate and what not to integrate? I have to integrate the shadow. The shadow can also be demonic. So from my understanding, and I've been told this for decades, I'm a bridge. Carol Maureen Friesen has said it. I am bringing heaven to earth. The Mayan calendar has said it. I am bringing heaven to earth. Everybody tells me I am bringing heaven to earth. I am rewiring the matrix with a lot of you. I'm not alone. But I'm integrating what we consider demonics into this vehicle. And here, they were pulling me apart. The higher self is laughing. And now they're integrated. And I woke up on Sunday like so light. Like, wow. I don't care that things just ended. I'm over it. I don't want to fight with anybody. I don't want this back and forth roller coaster with anybody. If it's over, it's over. Thank you. Release. Love you from a distance. Yeah, I take those examples and those things that happen to me as a lesson learned. Or integration, I hope I taught him something. But I woke up Sunday like, I feel great. This is great. And here we are again. The roller coaster. Um, I'm glad the trash pandas weren't there either. Um, I mean, this happened during the day. I'm glad it didn't happen at night. I wasn't gonna go to the meditation because I woke up. So when I'm going to a group event and it involves meditation and being quiet and just like taking in the atmosphere, I don't like coughing. And that's all I've been doing, which is also an attack from them. Hi, Whiskey. Yes. So I was coughing up a storm in the morning and I didn't want to go to the bath because I invited Dina as well to come with me and Maureen. And what ended up happening was a shit show of mass proportions. But then last minute I said, you know what? I gotta go. Something is wrong and I have to get to the woman that's owning the place. I gotta get there. And this is my intuition sharing that with me. So I go there and that thing bit her and got it off of me, got it out of my field. It was not near me or in me, but it was in my field, trying to get into me. And it's not the one that I need to integrate. It's an archangel. The demon gives you the sword, the angel gives you the shield. They have to work co-unisonly. They have to work in cohesion. The archangel is a warrior. It's an angelic. It's a warrior. It's a fighter. It has to be dual aspected. Does that make sense? That doesn't make an archangel that's of the dark side evil. It just makes them capable of holding the sword as the other part of my angel holds the shield. So I am able to go to battle. That's why in duality, I got both shadow and light. So most of you have just light that you're anchoring into this plane of existence. You're here to anchor in the light. What I didn't realize is I got to anchor both shadow and light because together we get cohesion. Together we work together in unison. Together I can bridge and be the bridge for others to safely walk through, to get through, to be safe. And that's many of you. That's not just me. Oh, here comes my dad. Out of nowhere. Okay. Uranus is in retrograde. Uranus has stationed retrograde right before the full moon eclipse that just happened, unleashing the most unpredictable anything is possible. My life energy of the year. Uranus, the wild card of the solar system, electrifies the atmosphere with intensity. Delivering lightning bolt insights, sudden communication, and aha moments. Powerful enough to completely rewrite your story. This is the cosmic curveball that pulls apart outdated patterns and delivers revelations that shift your life in an instant. You may find yourself experiencing a wave of resurfacing memories, intuitive downloads, synchronicities, vivid dreams, and deja vu, each carrying potent hidden messages, secrets, and clues meant to redirect your path. What unfolds during this time can reveal itself as a turning point you have been wishing for, because every twist is the retrograde holds the potential to transform chaos into blessings. What you choose to focus on can manifest with speed, as during this time, the universe shows its magic in the most electrifying and unexpected ways. Is my path being redirected? Hang on. What's interesting about what you just said, Ashmaya? I've been seeing 1111, and I don't really, I tune into 211 all the time, but I've been seeing 1111. I've been catching it consciously, consciously, consciously. So I don't know what any of this means in the grand scheme of things. The energetic happenings of the universe, it makes sense. The stuff that I'm going through makes sense. Um, so it makes sense. Um, Now just sit here and integrate whatever just happened today and the last couple of days and make it make sense in the energies. And that's not all, folks, because we also have another eclipse at the end of the month. And this is all happening in Allison's ascended sign, my rising sign in Virgo. Yay! It's happening in my ascendant sign. All of this is happening in my rising sign. uh, if Allison can have a phenomenal half birthday, Allison will get a nice M4 and a SIG PT211 GTO. Allison needs some goodies because whatever is going on, I need more pew pew action. No, the road that I'm taking is being walked for the first time by many of us. A lot of us that are integrating the demonics and the angelics together. And I do believe what I'm hearing and I'm aligning with it when I'm listening to those videos because it only helps me make sense out of what I'm experiencing energetically and then physically in my life. Um, the upheavals, the endings of things, like the ending of the relationship. It sucks, but I'm not upset about it as much as I might have should been. I don't know. Yeah, I am trying to be positive. I'm trying to look at this as what is the direction that universe is trying to send me in? Because the last two major changes in my life also was near death experiences. The first one being the YMCA and having anaphylactic shock being a lifeguard. Then it was this making me actually move. And is this a sign that I need to put the house up for sale and move? I don't know. And where am I moving to? What job is, again, the opportunities that I have been opening myself up to are not coming, or I'm not seeing them, or the door is still not opening because it's not divine timing yet. Yeah, yeah. Did you tag me in it? Did you tag me's in it? Hang on. Um, yeah, I mean, if it's meant to be, I know I was called here. Sorry, and like everybody's like, oh my God. Yeah, oh my God, I'm over it. I'm over it. But I'm happy that people are worried about me. The wrong people or the right people, but not the people I expect, stuff like that. Thank you, Scott, if that was you. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna share screen. This is from Scott. Some roads you need to take alone. No friends, no family, no partner, just you and the universe. Absolutely. And that was my journey when I moved here. The journey that I moved here, not that I didn't have people, I just did everything alone physically. I had support, I had people to talk to, but no one did the moving but myself. No one was there to help me navigate any of it. I was doing it all alone. And I did it, and I moved bravely to a place I'd never been before. I moved to a place that I energetically felt was my right match and got little Thor in my life and got Freya in my life. And, things started looking great and getting a job but then everything else started to start pulling and tearing apart. Oh my gosh, Bob. I mean, am I being moved again? I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. Um, it's a lot of work. I don't want to do it again. But I don't know what goes on. Yeah, I'm not listening to my ego so much. It does get in the way. It's there to keep you safe. Ego is not really the necessarily issue. I've been through a lot of ego deaths already. I'm trying to be more objective and not subjective in my thinking. I'm trying to look at big picture, expanded picture, wholly expanded picture. I'm looking at a plethora of things in my life that, you know, us humans need to see a little shining of light, and I'm not being given that shining of light. I'm happy I'm back at work. Work is crazy. Um, I love what I do with the kids. It's just not making enough money, and I I need to find a career. Um, it's depleting in the terms of I'm putting my everything into everything that I do, and it doesn't show any results. And that's really the sucky part, because I'm sitting there today during my PD drawing, and the ladies were like, new people that I'd never seen before. They're like, "Oh my God, you're so talented. What are you doing here?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about? What am I doing here? I never hit success in the way that I can support myself. What are you talking about?" Um, I don't know. I don't know. Hi, Walter. Honestly, I don't know. And unfortunately, Maureen doesn't want his babies anymore. So, portrait wise, so I get to keep it, which is kind of cool. Maybe one day he'll, I don't wish him harm. Um, I don't. I wish him the best. I hope he finds happiness wherever it is lying for him. I know he's a part of my soul group. He's a part of me trying to undo a twin flame. I I unfortunately am the dark empath for him to mirror him. And that's not an easy relationship whatsoever. It's one of the most difficult relationships I've ever been in, that was short term and short lived, but it was impactful. Not in a bad way. I needed to see the things in myself I needed to heal, that I'm still healing. I'm still working through, because it's a two-way street, right? I did shit wrong, and I own that. I own it. But when you're not communicating properly, you're not helping yourself, and you're listening to other people, and you're not following where your heart's going, I can't. I have to cut the entanglement to that lesson and that soul contract. No, he actually bashed me for my artwork. So he likes art, and it's not for everybody. My artwork is not for everybody. It's art is in the eye of the beholder. And I don't expect everybody to like everything that I do. I don't want people to. I even don't like everything I do. I'm very openly admitting that I don't like everything that I do. But I do it to do it. I do it out of enjoyment. I do it for a meditative purpose. I do it for a healing purpose. Which this sprung out of the healing process. I did not know what to paint on Sunday, but I woke up and I said, you know what? I'm just gonna free flow it. And you know what? I got a commission piece, a small piece that someone wants me to just free flow my stuff and draw something up, which is great. And that hit my soul in such a great way. It made me happy. Like, wow. Yeah, B lady. And look, I respect the living daylights out of his service. and all my friends that are veterans that have served. There is no way I'm gonna resend it, Ashmaya. I have one more left. I'm gonna send it to you. Um, and I'm gonna go to a different post office because I think that's where the crosshairs went. Um, I give him major, major, major respect. And I really truly had feelings, like deep, deep, deep feelings, because it's a part of my soul. And I knew going in, it was another test. It was in another one of those, and it was a twin flame. They're not meant to last, or if they do last, it's going to be like the best relationship ever, or it's going to go down in a burning pile of shit. It went down in a burning pile of shit, and listen, when you let something go, if it's meant to be, it will come back. I'm a very big proponent of that. If something is meant to be in your contract, you can't undo your contract. It just navigates another pathway. And if it's meant to come back, it comes back. I just want to be happy. At the end of the day, I want to be safe and happy. That's all I want to be. I want to be safe and I want to be happy. I don't need $1 million. I don't need to, I just want to be content in my finances so that I can live and eat and take care of Freya and myself and Little Thor. I don't need fancy things. I don't need insanity. I just need art supplies and the lights and working internet. And that's not the easiest thing to achieve. But I am an empath, and for some of us that understand what that really is, um, there's different components to being an empath. It's not just an empath. It's not just being an empath that absorbs other people's energies. For some of us, there's a big glitch. All right, hang on. Hang on, I'm gonna go get a lighter. If I'm glitching out, I want to fix that quick. All right, I realize that my lighter's here. I realize that my lighter is right here. I thought I moved it. Um, I could use some of that right now. Calm my nerves down. Oh, well, I'm happy that I'm spending this time with all of you. Let's just say that. You guys mean a lot to me, and instead of taking the day off and just pondering in the whys, and I get to talk it out with you guys, and it's helping me process what just happened. And that happened now 2 hours ago, so it didn't just happen. Is there something up there? If that motherfucker is here, throw that thing down. Throw it. Show yourself. That motherfucker didn't want to show itself. Sorry if I'm cursing, that's offending anybody. I'm in rare form. This right side or that right side by my middle finger? Craft and Sip turned into Paranormal Investigation by Allie. Oh no. Oh no! My battery died. I'm gonna go get a new one because we gotta play. Let's play. Hang on. Okay, hang on. I'm right there. Because that's where that's the pop toy that flew off. Son of a. I hate getting 9 volts in place. I know you guys can't hear that, but it's loud. Live cleansing. It was supposed to be a craft and sip. Was supposed to be a craft and sip. But this turned into a holy hell in a handbasket. Something on top of the USB book. All right. Let's light them bitches up. I also have to open up a window, so give me another second. Come at me, motherfuckers. No, I'm away from my window. I'm away from that device. It just went off again. So when you say you should open up a window, because whatever is here needs to leave. Why is I think my dad got hacked. My biological father is messaging me. Not to say, hey, are you okay, honey? I see your pictures on Facebook. See, and this doesn't want to catch. There it goes. Sort of. There it goes. This is Blue Sage. Fire. Yeah, baby. In the love and light of the one infinite creator, I ask you to leave. If you're a negative entity, you need to go. Get out of my space. I don't consent to any negative energy in this house, in and around me or the cats. You need to go. I'm calling in all my angels, all the principalities of the light and the dark to come and protect me. I'm calling in my ancestors. I'm calling in all the angels that are warring to come and fight for this. I cleanse you in the love and light of the one infinite creator. By demons, angels be driven. I energetically call upon my light body to clear this space of anything that is wanting to do harm or intended to do harm on me. Yeah, someone is projecting a thought form that I don't have control over. So if someone is projecting this to me, which I kind of have a suspicion it is, it's just going to keep popping back up. But I cut my entanglement in lower vibrational states of fourth astral to entangle myself to a higher timeline and a higher cleansing. Aho. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. I have to make light out of crazy shit. That's great, Dad. Thanks. Look, all of my entities that are here for the most part, and I know Scott and Ashmai could tell you, are positive or neutral. Um, and even the negative things that are here to test me, and they're not necessarily to frighten me, they're not here to hurt or harm me. And that's what I was trying to get and allude to earlier with the demonics. We give the name demonic without understanding there's different levels to it, and that's probably confirming it. Um, there's a lot more to the story. Um, I do have feathers to smudge, but they're upstairs, and I don't know if I want to run upstairs again. Um, it's still smoking. We're good. I don't know if those are bad though. I think they've been here, and I tried crossing them over. Like the other night when that happened, I literally got my warfare book out and started reading a lot of the prayers and the sayings in more of the Catholic sense because entities that are stuck in earthly bound places need what is familiar to them. Okay, that's smoke. Woo! That was like, what is that right there? But that's smoke. Yeah, no, so the ones that are like the ones that you guys always see are rather probably very protective ancestors. They're of the land, they're protecting me. I have a legion of protection. And I'm putting that out there not to be an egotistical person, but to tell you exactly none of us, before we woke up, knew where we ranked in spirit. Even I, knowing as a child that I had abilities, I didn't know where it was coming from. Why I was being attacked as a child was an initiation, and it was not necessarily attack to harm. It was an attack to teach, to initiate me, because I didn't flinch. I had negative, horrible things in my childhood that would scare the next person into a grave and a heart attack. I've seen things that other people probably would not be able to handle, otherworldly. And as a child, innocent child, I saw demons and negative things my whole life. And I wasn't afraid of them. I'm not afraid. It was a test, it was an initiation. It was showing me that I can combat that. I can be better and stronger from that. And of course, every situation that I'm walking through in my life right now, I'm better and stronger for it. I know I do. Thank you, Sparky. Thank you. And I'm very blessed that as that like seriously synchronicity. I think Scott got the telepathic call that I was in trouble because he messaged me, "Are you okay?" And literally as the event happened and I'm sitting and ducking and covering behind walls waiting to see if there was any more shots coming through the house because again I don't know if that was like a drive-by, if that was somebody just up the block, if that's cool, yeah, like it doesn't, the shooting doesn't make sense. If there was a shooting up the block where I showed you guys, I don't know how a stray bullet landed in my house and went right through my house. You would have to be a marksman in the Marines or in the military in order to land the shot that just went through my house. The way it hit into my house, the way it went through my house, it does not add up whatsoever. Ever. So, and this is coming from somebody that's just an amateur in shooting. I don't know, but I do know common sense. The way that rippled through my glass was straight. I've seen gunshots through people's houses before, and you could see when things hit in an angle how it hits. You do, be a lady, and it makes you a tough-skinned person. It makes you a tougher person by going through these experiences. Um, it's a test. It's a lesson learned. It's okay, so I can handle this. This is what the universe is putting me through right now, but I wish it would stop. I really do. I really do wish it would stop. I don't know how much more of an initiation I could go through. I don't know how much I can withstand anymore. That just flashed like a second and a half ago. I don't know. But I will say one of them, Viking, messaged me back because I put an SOS call out first. I'm like, "Hi, I don't know what to do." I mean, obviously call the cops, but if someone's after me, I need somebody that has pew pew power and that if they cared about me, they would be, you know, doing what a man does. Um, I just say to whoever is try to get at me physically, fuck around and find out. Beep. Yeah, so I know I'm protected. Um, no words. The week I've had. And it's supposed to be like a whole, oh my God, change is happening. This is great. Um, you know, things are supposed to work out and oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So I wanted to read more about like the blood moon eclipse because I didn't get there. I gotta go back. And I'm gonna be doing a little bit more on the quantum AI and metaphysical stuff, only because there's a lot more coming out and that needs to be explained. Let's go to Facebook. We need that. We need this. We need to see this. We need to see this. Oh, did I just pass it? No. Hang on. I think I did. Nope. 8 signs you're messing with someone God put on assignment. Before I read this, I know this is true. I know this to be true because I've seen this with everybody that really hurt me and broke my heart and shattered me into pieces. I know this for fact. And the last two, and this is not just in my relationships, this is friendships, this is any kind of relationship that someone really burns me or does deceptive things. I'm not lying because I don't want any of this happening. You know, I send people with love and light, and I don't wish any harm on anybody. I don't. But when I was talking about earlier with being spiritually ranked, you don't know someone's rank in spirit. And rank doesn't necessarily mean we're all one, yes. If you're in the awareness of how high you are to source, we all got consignments and assignments and missions that source puts us on. And some of us, like I have said decades ago, I have an ironclad contract I can't get out of. Why? Because I have my mission and it's God directed. So if you are going to get into my way, In my mission, here's what's going to happen to you. Everything you do to hurt them backfires. They walk away peacefully, and I have, then life gets chaotic for you. They speak life, not spite. You feel convicted, not just guilty. Things start falling apart after you cross them. You can't stop watching them elevate. Others start pulling away from you. You see numbers, dreams, and signs telling you to make it right. And let me tell you what, everybody who has hurt me, ripped my heart, deceitful after deceit, once they truly, authentically apologized to me and made it right, their life went back to normal. Things got better for them. I can only tell you from me watching my life unfold and the other people that have unfolded it with me, that people that really, really, truly ripped my heart out of my chest, FAFO. And when they came back to apologize authentically, like magic, everything turned back to normal. Everything got better for them. Everything made it make sense. And it is hard to watch. One of those people I used to date in high school became a addict. Heroin. Another one became a fall down drunk. Once apologized to me, moved over into Las Vegas and got married and it has a beautiful life. And I'm so happy for him. But when you hurt me and you're after me for whatever it is that you FAFO, because that's real. And I've seen it unfold in real time. I'm not happy about that. But what did I do? And if I need to apologize, I do. I'm not a perfect person. None of us are. We do things unconsciously, and some of us came in and contracted to harm or hurt or get upset at somebody because they needed a lesson to be taught to them. And that's painful too. You don't want to do that. Hi, Ivy. You don't want Okay, let's go to the eclipse because we talked about Uranus in retrograde. Sorry, guys, I am writing. Solar storms are amplifying the full moon eclipse. Yay! Powerful endings and destined beginnings, surges of energy and sudden waves of fatigue, heightened intuition and deep inner knowing. Old wounds resurfacing, ready for release. Emotional highs and lows that arrive without warning. Yeah, I could say that. Heightened synchronicities, deja vu, and repeating signs, restless sleep, vivid dreams, and even intense nightmares. Ringing in the ears, body tingling, and vibrating sensations. A strong pull to declutter, detox, and simplify your space. Physical aches, pressure, headaches, and body tension. Increased sensitivity to energy, moods, and environments. The call to release what drains your spirit of energy. Magnetism for abundance and destined encounters. Unexpected blessings and surprise opportunities. Faded communication and long awaited messages. Conversations and revelations that transform connections, miracles and blessings unfolding in surprising ways. That's the solar storms amplifying the full moon. So this is what happened September 7th. That's only 2 days ago. And that energy is now ramping up with this 9-9. The blood moon amplifies release energy, cutting deeper than a standard full moon. It exposes what hides in shadow, clears karmic weight, and alters the current of cycles that are ready to end. The eclipse is both culmination and rapture, a mirror that cannot be avoided. The moon enters complete shadow, glowing red in the night sky. This total eclipse is a full immersion, the deepest descent of lunar light into Earth's shadow. The blood moon is a culmination intensified, a rare threshold where cycles and with finality and hidden truths are revealed. It does not simply close a chapter, it severs entire threads of the story. This eclipse pulls what has been unseen into visibility and demands release. In its red glow, endings become sacred, and the shadow itself becomes the hand that completes them. Yes, it's lighting up green. The blood moon will manifest as sudden endings. Yep, that was my relationship. Transformation. I have no idea what that looks like. Rebirth. Not there yet. Release. Sure, I'm releasing a lot of shit. Shadow work. Doing it now. Been doing it. Heightened intuition. I mean, I integrated two dragons into my essence. I'm seeing things, sure. Truth, revelation. I don't know. I There's a lot of truths that I know within here. I'm just trying to see if there was anything else. September 9th marks the powerful 999 portal, an energetic gateway that comes only once. Did I read this already? Yeah, I did already. Okay. I'm up to date on my energetic up. dates. Also, this is another one that maybe will help some of you. Illnesses often flares around big energetic gateways as the body works to clear what does not belong to its original divine design. The artificial, the distorted, and the heavy energies in the air are being pushed out by your body because they do not align with your true frequency. At the same time, it is shedding old energy and preparing the way for new paths to open. Heavy legs, nausea, tears, panic, anxiety, or even despair can be signs of an energetic purge. It may not feel pleasant, but it is a signal that something is shifting beneath the surface. Be gentle with yourself. Warm teas, rest, grounding, foods, and slow, deep breaths can give your body the safety and softness it needs. I was hacking up a lung, and it's not all the time. It's not a consistent hacking. When I cough, like I was the last 2 weeks, but we also have really high allergy content in the air. I'm still saging. That means there's something still here. Um, you know. Oh, that's awesome. That's synchronistic, girlfriend. I mean, the Oracle cards I pulled the other day, there was so many 17s, I lost count at the card number being 17. Um, so yeah, doggos. I guess and I'll have a home in my home. Doggos. It's the 17th letter of the alphabet is Q. And the emergency, once you call 911 off your cell phone, it like um yeah, I can't wait to pick up a police report on Friday in my Pirate Pride gear. Ivy, did you see my Facebook? I need to hook up with one of your medium friends ASAP, and I need to figure out how to pay for that. Ivy, hi, Lovey. Hi, Lovey. Ivy, I'm going to show you. Hang on. There's more. Do you see it? You see it? It's a bullet, Ivy. A bullet. A bullet. A bullet. That's all good, girl. I don't want you to get we don't need any more. We don't need any more. Someone's trying to take me out. Fuck around and find out. Um, yeah, yep. I will craft. I will do this drawing because I got a flamingo to do, and I also have a commission piece to do. I'm excited about. Yeah, I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm gonna see what I can get done. I'm gonna actually tomorrow or tonight and get in contact with JQ to see if he has anybody that can help me replace the window. Right now it's duct taped. It is what's going to be for until I can get plexiglass or glass. I don't care what it is. It's going to get cold very soon here. It needs to be replaced. Today, Ivy, when I got home from work and just just took a look at Little Thor's food, went to my kitchen, got a drink, sat on my beanbag to prepare for today's live and find pictures and do all of that. And one shot, one kill, dying fetus into my house. Thankfully, it wasn't my car. Very blessed it wasn't my car. Not happy that it happened in the house, that I could have been killed. But, and then, try to call anybody. I know you are working today, girl. But try to get the jitters and the what the fuck just happened out of me. We gotta love spirit. I need spiritual hugs. My big Loki bear can give me a hug. Just devastated. Pinky's here. Hang on. I gotta do this. Hey, is spirit up there? Oh no, no, it happened when I was home. I had to take more pictures. I was just ducking and covering and whoo, I'm happy that's over. I'm happy that's over. Is it over? I don't know if that was me being a stray bullet, which it could have well been, but I don't believe that so much. And then it could have been someone trying to take me out. Whatever's supposed to happen in divine timing. But know that you pissed off the wrong demon. And he ain't happy. He ain't happy. The archangel of Hillel is not a happy camper. Not happy. But if we, everything I just read to you guys, And if you equate everything that's going on in my life, that's what I'm analyzing right now in a non-biased, subjective way. I'm doing it objectively, taking the sky view. Like, what is this trying to teach me, show me? What is everything that has happened since the eclipse and leading up to that moment of the eclipse and into the gong bath, into all of that? What is that trying to tell me? I haven't figured out everything. If this is supposed to push me in a different feeling frequency, cool. Um, but you know, I'm just glad no one got hurt. And I'm ha and as much as I hate that it happened in my house, I'm happy it didn't happen next door this way because they she has children she watches in that house. So I'm really freaking happy it happened to me and not to her because there's babies in that house. I actually saw the moon on my way home from my meeting. I had to go to another elementary school. Um, which usually I go to the junior high school or to another elementary school. I had to go to a different one today. Um, Hi, Spirit. Which one are you? Which one are you? But I'm drawing Doggo, this cute guy. Drawing Doggo. Oh, I did. I did, and I hope they're getting the justice, the teachings, the release, whatever they need, whoever did what they did in the last couple of days. If it's somebody actually projecting negative energy onto me, back to sender. Okay, hang on. I'm not moving too far, but I am the disco ball, and all the negative energy is being reflected back to you in so many fractals of fuckery that you can't get, no, nothing can get to my field. Bye, Felicia. Bye. Bye. If you want to take me out, please do. I'm tired. I can work so better on the energetic level up there than I can down here. Just saying. I got really good pictures of the eclipse happening um on my camera. Sorry I'm being quiet. So we have a solar wind flowing from this emerging coronal hole, and it could reach us September 13th and 14th. Just an FYI. While I have my phone out, let's check the Schumann. Let's see what the Schumann is doing. So this has been today. We're in the black over there. There's some red spiky doodles. So that's the Schumann currently. Amplitude is at 7.6. The frequencies is 7.93. I don't see any time distortions in the field. Let's go check Italy. The E field is high. I can't zoom in, but there's the E field. That's a lot of energy, folks. Bro, 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 bro. If that ain't a son of a bitch, I don't know what is. And the plot, oh the frequencies there, that's high. Okay. So some of this makes sense, sort of energetically. A lot of it don't, a lot of it doesn't. Yep. Um, yeah, yeah, this is gonna be fun. Yes, I'm gonna see it in a second, girl. Something's messing with my mouse. Something's messing with my mouse. Anything here that you're seeing? Because I'm not on my YouTube screeny doodle. Boing. And just for AI fun, I did this. That's me. Embracing both, integrating both. Both are integrated. And that's a picture of me. Gotta love that. Gotta love that. Gotta love that. Um, I'm running out of coffee, which is not good, and I don't have my setup down here. Thanks to beautiful gifts that people give me. But yeah, yeah, today was phenomenal. We had a half a day at the school and got some work done, but not much because we have to watch a kid for an extra hour because of bus circumstances. I don't understand it. Um, and I got to see one of my favorite administrators. It was great. Got to air some grievances out. Because when you're working with autistic children, you want things to be, not just about everybody else, but you want them included too, and they're not. They're not. You gotta tell them to shut up, Scott. I have to do that sometimes. I have to be like, I'm trying to sleep. Bye, Felicia. We love you, Amy. You're the best girlfriend, Auntie Amy. You're loved. You are loved. I saw you, girl, Miss Ivy. Hi, everybody. Deep breaths. Um, so getting into drawing here. I take a projector and I put a small picture of the animal and I project it big and then I map out the shadows and the details. But I draw them in on paper. So yes, I don't do this from a picture and I map it out because I need coherence. I need alignments. But I do all the shadowing and everything myself. So if anybody wants to sit there and berate my artwork, go for it. Art is in the eye of the beholder. Yeah, I'll be sleeping with my piece extra close to me. Obviously safely. My pew pew does have a safety on it, so we don't have to worry. Spirit is saying it got me too. Love my Katie bug. Hi, Buckshot. What's up? Yeah, not the way it hit into the window, Buckshot. Not in that way. Not in that way. And now I have to find out where to go to get a damn fucking nuisance of a window repaired or replaced because yeah, safe flight repairs, safe flight replaces, not my window. I'm just I'm just happy I'm not at a hospital right now bleeding out and everything happens for a reason and something is trying to tell me something and I got to figure that out quick because obviously And look, like this is a gun state. People are stupid and they draw their guns. So if someone's playing stupid, there are going to be stray bullets. Um, and this is not new to me because I've had friends get hit through their houses watching TV, and I have a friend that lives on Staten Island that got hit by a stray. Um, I've shot my firearm. I've shot many firearms. I have been through stuff in New York City. It isn't fun. But when it happens in your own home and you don't know what the hell, see, Scott, see, Bob, here's the thing. It entered the bottom part of my window. It went through the drapes because I have like drapes. And the way that it didn't, it's nothing got hit. It came out, but then I have a kitchen table and a bunch of stuff that no idea what it hit. To then it goes straight in, and instead of going straight to the back of my house, nothing that I could see got hit, that it started going up on an angle, shooting up and hitting at full force the window in the back of my house where I feed Little Thor, the sliding door. It hit the frame of that, it ricocheted out, and then the casing dropped. And the light's going off. And where if it came from a shooting that happened very far away up the block and to the side, it had to come through a ton of shit and wind to hit my house. From what the cop was telling me, that there was a shoot way up the block, way up the block, way up the block. This is not anything close to the houses. It didn't happen across the street. This happened blocks, houses away. So again, and how it entered into my house is a mind-boggling component to me. It's crazy. I don't know how it entered in that point of how it got there, trajectory wise. I don't know. But you know what I do know? I need more firearms. I need a bulletproof vest. I do need that. That'd be nice. Because no. Homie girl, don't play that. Homie girl, don't play that. Hate when I blow things up and then I'm looking at the picture. I'm like, that doesn't make sense there. Yep, yep. So yeah, Craft and Sip became a Allison needed to decompress and I didn't have a man to give me a hug or come. I did have somebody reach out to me finally. And the other one has an attitude, so I hope that person learns and gets some damn help for themselves. It's just sad. It's really, really sad. Really, really sad. I do. I really hope that people get the help that they need. Hi. Yeah, there's no tumbling because the cop couldn't even figure out, like, she was going through my kitchen table to see if there was a hole in my uh wow, words don't come to my brain quickly, do they? Tablecloth. No, I know that, Bob. But I think it's just weird that it came through the window and it pierced through and it went through and it didn't hit anything else besides the back window. And thankfully, not a person, not my Freya, and not little Thor, which was not there at the scene. But yeah, gotta love the insanity, don't we? I love insanity. But what is this really teaching? I don't know, honestly. I don't know what this is teaching anymore. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of the crap. I'm waiting for a new door. If this energetic like shifts are happening, I hope it happens better for me in a more positive light, less destructive. Universe has a habit of trying to kill me, and I'm done with that. I'm done with trying to be killed. I don't know what this is trying to tell me. If there is a job that wants to hire me and that's out of state, it needs to present itself because or opportunity that's making me move needs to come because that's in my tarot cards. And honestly, the tarot cards have like the major theme in mine card wise is the Hermit, the Devil, a lot of deceit. Happy birthday, Barbara! I know it happened the other day, but happy birthday! Happy birthday, Miss Barbara! Happy, 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 happy birthday! I gotta celebrate something. Something positive! Yay! I hope you had a good birthday. Hi, Eclectic. Hope you had a good birthday, girl. Um, happy birthday. Birthdays are always awesome. We gotta celebrate, girl. Because after today, mm-mm, I'm done. Sage is still going. I don't know what's here. I don't know if I don't know at this point if I care. I have a gum eraser somewhere and I need it bad. I need a gummy. These are not good gummies. Well, shucks. Oh, my girlfriend, Katie. Ah, ah. She follows this tattoo artist and she just sent me this. She's like, I think you two are on the same wavelength. We are. We're on the same wavelength. I love when people send me that. Hi, guys. I don't know what a gummy eraser actually is, what it made out of. So this is like an eraser from a kit that I bought because it has graphite and HB pencil. Um, so they look like this. It's a kit, so there's like a bunch of, I know it's hard to see. I'm gonna put it up against my head, but I use this to shade, but I usually just use a regular Bic, whatever brand this is, regular pencil for my drawings. But I bought these this was on sale on Amazon, really, 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 really reduced. So I got it. Um, my drawing stuff is literally right there, so I'll be right back. I want to see if I have a gummy eraser. As I don't trip over my dress. No, I thought I had it in. No, that's another eraser. Damn, this is stuck. I'm right here off to the side. And I thought I would have. Where is that? Oh well, it's somewhere. Um, no, not edible gummies. Don't we wish? I have this soft art eraser I had from college I never used. I have these graphite fun pencils and these Sketch 2B pencils. Yes, pencils have gradients. It's something I don't necessarily use. It's good for somebody who doesn't know how to lighten up their touch on a photo that they're creating. So for like a kid that is learning how to draw, you would give the 2B, HB, and there's delineations of that. So when you're drawing, you can go in light and then switch up your pencil to go in darker. I don't need to do that with these pencils because I just layer them um, to get the effect that I want. And then I'll use like a tissue to blend a little bit. But then I go in with the eraser. And then especially with animals with white hair and dark hair mixed, it gets messy. I think this is like the same type of eraser. Yeah, it's not doing shit. That's my bad. I have different erasers. I have to look for them. Have a good night, B lady. Have a good night, girlfriend. I'm trying to be more love and light. I'm trying. I'm very thankful for you guys because I don't know what I would do, honestly, without some of you in my life. Because yeah, what happened today was absolutely uh nerve-wracking, to say the least. Nerve-wracking. And eye-opening as well, because I get to see who actually cares in my real life. And not to say that you guys are fake, but you know, people that are like my dad is sending me junk when I literally posted, and I don't really call my dad and you know, or care. Um, yeah. Um, Interestingly enough, you bring that up, Celtic. That chick that talks to the AI Sage guy doodle AI thingy. Um, I listened to one the other day about alcohol and the drugs that people do take to enhance. It all depends on your will and intention. Um, what I got out of that video was microdosing is your best bet for wanting that kind of experience, and I do it naturally. Um, and it doesn't happen when I focus on it. Like I will be walking in my school's hallway and I'll start hearing residual energy of comments that I pick off the ether that is about me. So I can hear that. And no, I'm not sitting there to judge somebody. You have your opinion and that's great. I'm sorry you feel that way about me, but then don't be fake. Um, just don't be fake. So if you are in an height, and let's just say you do that, and this is entertainment purposes only, YouTube, I don't condone that. I do or don't. It's subjective, objective. Um, if you put yourself in the state and have the resonance to expand, yes. But there are, energetic frequencies that, regardless of your intention, will open up doors that are of the negative. Because in our paradigm, in this polarity, there are too many negative, polarized, distorted, keyword there, distorted energy in the field. So when you're trying to like release and numb out or escape, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's okay to have a glass of wine. It's okay to have a drink. It's okay to poofy poof. It's okay to do those things, but do it in moderation, but also understand that you need to heavily protect your energetic field before you do that stuff. Because you are allowing other things to enter your field because you're distorting your frequency by doing that. You're distorting the state of your organic being. So yes, it's possible. If you're going to do anything, do it in moderation, but also protect yourself energetically. Apparently, I got to find another way to protect my aura, my Taurus field, my toroidal field, and my electromagnetic field because something was attached to me on the outside. It was trying to get in, it couldn't, but it was still affecting the energy around me. Why I said to Maureen to please sage, because I don't know what was attached to me is probably affecting you. That's another reason why I can't be upset with this man, because there's probably a lot of energetic things going on with him. Spirit beeped, and I don't know if that's a good spirit or a bad spirit, but we're gonna go with spirit. Neutral. Just beeped. So I probably am right. So I have to return to Marine. He lended me or allowed me to borrow whatever his terminology is, his extender. I'm gonna send it back. I'm gonna drop it off to him. Leave it outside of his house with a couple of other things he left here. Um, and I'm going to put back my T-Mobile, even though it's more expensive. Um, yeah. Fun times. Just fun times. Drawing away. Still smoking. Still smoking. I ran out of a drink. I will be right back. I'm gonna go get one. I'm parched. I need coffee. My house is smoked out. I'm back. I'm coming. I'm coming. My house is smoked out. Thank you. Lemon water. My house is smoked out. They gotta have a window open because I would have had the fire department here next. um, yeah, yeah. And now I'm pondering, like, is Spirit gonna come through my dreams tonight and explain to me what went on? Is a door gonna open for me? Is a near death, not that I was near death, but I could have very well been killed tonight. And because I'm always walking down that corridor looking for Little Thor and going outside, and it could have hit me. It didn't, thank God. My higher self, the all that is, the one infinite creator, whatever it is. But the sad part about it is, if it did, no one would know. I mean, obviously, I would have been laying in a pool of blood for hours, if not days, until someone from my job probably goes, "Where is Allison? What? Let's go, whatever." Um, you know. Oh my gosh. What is going on with the energies? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I want to know. I don't know if I want to know. And that's only because like spiritual attacks are there to help you see something, and you're tested, you're being initiated, but at the same time, like what is that besides all of that, like mundane stuff, what is the purpose? Is there another purpose? I hope I get some clarity on today and the last couple of days because I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know what I have to wear, what I have to put on me, what I other rituals I need to adapt to make sure that I live the next couple of weeks. I don't know. I honestly don't know at this point. It's a little unsettling. I mean, what else could go wrong? What else could go wrong? I honestly don't know. I'll show you, Barbara. I mean, besides the fact that I had I'm not with Marine anymore. I had an entity attack a light worker that was coming off of me. I had a pop toy been thrown at me on Monday. That was yesterday. And then today, um, I had that happen in front of my house. I thought it happened from the back of my house. I had no idea that it came through the front of my house. I honestly thought someone was in the back playing with a pew pew and it misfired, and I was like, what? What the go on? Yeah, no, that came through the front. Yep, so that happened. It went straight through my house. Straight through my house. And they're right here. Sorry for all the crud and the nasties. That's the part that it broke through up top. Yep. So that happened today. So I don't know what else the universe is gonna put me through, but if it is wanting me to move, it needs to give me a direction, it needs to get me a job, it needs to get me out because I still owe property taxes here. I still got bills that I am sort of now catching up on that's still putting me in the hole, and I don't know what to do. I'm still in that state. It didn't go anywhere. I love spirit. Beeping, beeping, beeping. No. Obviously I'm alive and thank God for that. And you know, I'm definitely protected in some form of energy, but ooh, I'm tired. So this is really funny. There's a ritual you could do for the 9/9 portal, rebirth completion. Create a quiet space. Light a white or purple candle, symbolizing purification and spiritual transformation. Write down on a piece of paper 3 things you are ready to release. I am ready to release. Motherfucker is going to burn this shit brazenly. Let's get a piece of paper out of my printer. I don't want to mess up my drawing, so I'll do it on my Indiana. Yeah, my neighborhood's rather safe. Not gonna lie, my neighborhood's rather safe. So um, of course, when there's fireworks and stuff, people like to shoot. That stuff doesn't bother me, but I guess the big blessing and the big thing that I have to look at is that it happened to me and it didn't happen to my neighbor that has babies in the house, that it didn't happen to my neighbor next to me because they're on the older side, that it happened that I'm able to handle it and everybody's fine. Um, so let's write it down. I am ready to release bad romantic relationships, um, the universe trying to kill me in order for change to happen. I'm serious. This is the third, that the universe has tried to kill me. Tried, didn't succeed, but still don't like that. And attachments that no longer serve me. I don't know about that one. I thank you for the lessons. I release you with love. I now step forward into my highest path. And I'm going to burn this bitch outside. On this 999 portal, I step fully into my rebirth. I trust the universe to guide me. I don't know if I trust the universe. I love the universe. I love myself. I love the higher gods. I love all of it. But at the same time, stop trying to take me out. In order for change to happen, just give me a subtle sign. And if I'm not seeing it, change the sign. Why does it need to be a bullet through the window? For goodness sakes. Why? Someone explain that one to me. Why does it need to be a bullet through my window for me to change? I don't understand that concept. Anybody understand that concept? I don't know, but I wish it was over. OMG, Arnie. I love it. um, no one is talking about how the CIA casually released a document saying that we are in an energy hologram and astral projection is real. It's great. You know, I wish when we say release what no longer serves you. Oh, yeah, the police were at my house. Oh, yeah, the cops are here. I had to calm myself down enough because I was in shock. Um, I was in shock because one, I didn't know. I thought the bullet came in from another direction. So I thought I was an intended target and I could have still been. Um, two, when that happened, the way it sounded, I didn't know how to take it. So I flung myself to the floor. Sorry, guys. I flung myself to the floor and found a safe spot. Hang on, guys. Hi. So, I have a friend coming to assess the scene. I'm gonna end it here because they're very close to the house. Because I need to know, and they're experts at what they do. So, thank you everybody for showing up tonight and for wishing, please bubble me in light and love. Please, I need everything at this disposal point. I need to breathe and decompress, but sending all of you love, light, compassion, grace, shielding, and protective energy. Please go within, be the shoulders, the lighthouse, seed your truths, light that path forward. Please pray for me, and hopefully tomorrow I'll have a video and figure out all this stuff. I love you guys. And this will upload eventually because they're literally down the street and I need somebody that knows what's going on. So thank you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.